So let's talk about Medicaid, shall we? Because there's a lot of misconceptions, and I, for one, happen to be a recipient of it, and I'll tell you what. So, just to give you a little bit of a background, I work from home. I do an online teaching job, at least not 5, but 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday mornings. And I'm in the process of trying to maybe find a second one, but it's been very difficult because of the AI and algorithms in the job searches, but that's another story for another time and another video. Now, because the price is going up these days, I have had to basically adjust what I do. Any cash that I get, I have to put into a bank account because that helps me pay the bills. Now, I used to have the health insurance through the Affordable Care Act, and at one point, I was hoping I could get something for nothing. But then, the person I was working with got a ping through the IRS that said, no, you can't do that anymore. We're going to take you to Medicaid. And for a couple of months there, I couldn't do any doctor's appointment because my situation between the Affordable Care Act and Medicaid was pretty screwed up. And trust me, it was stressy and frustrating. But once I was able to get my Medicaid, I started going to the doctors. Now, on the Medicaid plan, you have to go see a doctor. Otherwise, they're going to take your Medicaid away. And it has to be within 40 to 60 days at least. I don't remember exactly. So to say that lazy people get Medicaid is ridiculous because you have to be proactive. And I'm going to tell you something. Between the Affordable Care Act and the insurance I got there versus Medicaid, Medicaid actually has a lot more coverage except for a few things. But even those things I have to pay for really isn't too bad. And actually, they would be about the same as insurance I would pay on the monthly. So, there's that. Not only that, but with Medicaid, I'm able to get medications or prescriptions that I need for various health issues I'm dealing with. And I can also get them for free. Plus, I actually have more I'm kind of limited to doctors, but I've been able to change to some doctors who have been really good and have given me great service. And that's something I do not want to lose. So, what would happen if Medicaid was taken away, like it's been kind of proposing in a roundabout way, but not generally speaking? It's quite simple. I would be forced to go to the Affordable Care Act. But what if I went through that process again and now I can't be on a plan or I can't pay for it? Then what happens? It's quite simple. All those treatments that I've been getting under Medicaid would be bye-bye, see you later, auf Wiedersehen. And I don't want that to happen. There's no way that could happen. In fact, since I've been seeing doctors, I've been discovering things about my body that I never thought I would before. But if it's something that could be taken care of and using the Medicaid plan, I'm going to do it. The only big headache I have with Medicaid is the fact that when you're reapplying, they expect you to jump through hoops. That's the only thing I don't like, and I think that's the one thing that maybe should be looked at and to be streamlined. And in Michigan, that's definitely the case, especially when you're trying to make a call and you got all these different choices and numbers to choose from, and it gets confusing, which is why it's best to go on email, and you're encouraged to go on email or online if you can. But that's beside the point. Now, if this, and I hope not, this Health and Human Services proposed person, Bobby Kennedy Jr. becomes that person, and knowing his background and finding out he doesn't know much about Medicaid, it makes me wonder. Because knowing him, he'd be the one that would try to get rid of it or revamp it in a way where I would basically get screwed over. And so that is basically my story, my Medicaid story. And the reason why I want to tell it like I can is because this is a true story coming from somebody who's living it and who's doing it. And I thank God I have it. Otherwise, with the price of things as they are, I'd be up a creek without a paddle, and it's already bad enough and tough enough living paycheck to paycheck right now.